What if the one exercise every trainer, every magazine, and every well-meaning friend has been telling you to do is actually working against you? What if the movement you have been faithfully performing, week after week, in hopes of building stronger legs and a lifted backside, has been quietly undermining one of the most important systems in your entire body? That sounds wild, right? But here is the truth that almost no one in the fitness world is talking about. For women over 60, traditional squats can place dangerous downward pressure on the pelvic floor, a network of muscles that, after menopause, has already lost up to 30% of its natural tension. It is not your fault. You have been doing exactly what they told you to do. But the standard fitness advice was never designed with your body in mind, and today, that changes. By the end of this video, you will have 3 powerful pelvic floor safe moves that build your glutes more effectively than any squat ever could. No gym, no impact, no excuses. Here is what no one tells you. Your glutes and your pelvic floor are not separate systems. They are partners. Think of them as 2 floors of the same building, and when one collapses, the other cannot hold the roof up alone. After menopause, estrogen levels drop sharply, and that hormonal shift directly weakens the connective tissue and muscle tone of the pelvic floor, making it far more vulnerable to high-load exercises like traditional squats. When you perform a deep squat, the intra-abdominal pressure spikes and pushes downward with tremendous force that a compromised pelvic floor simply cannot absorb the way it once did. This is the hidden truth behind that quiet leaking, that heavy feeling, that sense that something just is not right down there. And if you have experienced any of that, know this: it is not weakness, it is biology. Your body has not failed you. The advice you were given failed you. Strong glutes. On the other hand, actively support the pelvic floor, improve your posture, protect your knees and hips, and give you the functional power you need to climb stairs, get up from a chair, and move through life with complete confidence. So let us build that strength the right way. Move number 1 is called the Glute Bridge with core activation, and it is about to become your new best friend. Here is why this matters. When performed correctly, the Glute Bridge fires up your gluteus maximus, the largest and most powerful muscle in your entire body, while keeping all pressure directed upward and away from the pelvic floor, which is the exact opposite of what a squat does. Start by lying on your back on a firm surface, with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Before you lift anything, take a slow breath in through your nose, and as you exhale gently through your mouth, draw your lower belly in and up. Imagine you are softly lifting a blueberry off the floor, with your pelvic floor muscles not gripping, just gently engaging. Now, press through your heels and lift your hips toward the ceiling, squeezing your glutes at the top as if you were trying to hold a folded towel between them, and hold that position for 2 full breaths. Lower yourself slowly, not in a drop, but with full control, and repeat for 10 to 12 repetitions. If you feel any discomfort in your lower back, bring your feet slightly closer to your body, and if getting up and down from the floor is a challenge, this movement can also be performed on the edge of a firm, low bench. Do 3 sets, and remember, slow and intentional beats, fast and sloppy every single time. Move number 2 is the side-lying hip abduction, and do not let its simplicity fool you. This is one of the most underrated glute building exercises in existence, and almost no woman over 60 is doing it. This targets the gluteus medius, the muscle on the outer hip that is absolutely critical for balance, hip stability, and preventing the kind of sideways sway that puts you at risk for falls. Lie on your side on a firm surface with your body in a straight line, your bottom knee slightly bent for stability, and your top leg fully extended. Breathe in to prepare, and as you breathe out, lift your top leg to about 45 degrees. No higher, keeping your toes pointed slightly downward toward the floor to ensure you are targeting the glute and not the hip flexor. Hold for one breath at the top, then lower slowly back down and repeat 15 times on each side. The breathing here is your secret weapon. That gentle exhale before you lift activates the deep core and lifts the pelvic floor naturally, creating a protective brace around your whole midsection without any straining or breath holding. If you feel your lower back arching or your pelvis rolling backward, reduce the height of the lift. Quality over range, always. 3 sets per side, and you will feel muscles you forgot you had. Move number 3 is the Modified Static Lunge, and this one is a game changer for the kind of functional strength that translates directly into real life. Where a traditional lunge can compress the pelvic floor and demand far more balance than is safe or comfortable, the modified static version removes all that risk by keeping one foot anchored and eliminating all walking motion entirely. Stand behind a sturdy chair, place both hands lightly on the back for support, and step one foot back about 2 to 3 feet, resting on the ball of that back foot. Breathe in to prepare, and as you exhale with a gentle pelvic floor lift, slowly lower your back knee just a few inches toward the floor. Not all the way down, just a small controlled dip. Hold for one breath, then press back up through your front heel, squeezing the glute of your front leg powerfully as you rise. The chair is not a crutch, it is a tool, and using it means you can focus entirely on the muscle activation instead of worrying about your balance. Do 10 repetitions on each leg, 3 sets per side, and if even a small dip feels like too much at first, begin with the lightest possible movement and build from there over the coming weeks. Your body is more capable than you have been led to believe. Now here is your protocol. 3 times a week, with at least 1 rest day between sessions, perform these 3 movements in the order shown: the Glute Bridge, the Side-Lying Abduction, and the Modified Static Lunge. That is it. No gym, no equipment, no hour-long workouts that leave you exhausted and discouraged. Within 2 to 3 weeks, most women report feeling noticeably stronger on stairs and when rising from chairs. Within 6 weeks, real structural change begins to happen in the muscle fibers themselves. This is not about looking a certain way or chasing some impossible standard. This is about owning your body and moving through the world with confidence, dignity, and the physical independence that no one can take from you. Strong glutes support your spine, protect your hips, stabilize your pelvis, and yes, they also cradle and support your pelvic floor in a way that no squat ever will. Aging is not something you endure. It is something you navigate on your own terms, with the right knowledge and the right tools. If this video gave you something new today, a new understanding, a new movement, a new sense of what is possible, drop a comment below, tell us your name and where you are watching from, and share one move you are going to try first. We create for real people, not algorithms, and your story matters here.